enjoyed your dinner. If you want more, I think we're out at this point, but there's plenty of desserts and tea, so feel free to get some. Just a little bit about the play before we show it. I started writing this play in the beginning of last summer, I think. Here at Mount Abe, we've had this play, Thin Budget. The title is very true. And I was part of it in 9th grade, and then it kind of disappeared because not enough people were in it. So when I hit about 11th grade, Miss Snyder came up to me and she asked if we could start it back up again. I was like, I would totally do that. She's like, are you going to write a play? I'm like, I have to do what now? So I ended up writing a play. Never wrote a play before. This is the first time. It went through a lot of development. I went to Young Playwrights convention, tried to learn from them, got some tips, did another edit. I think this play has gone through like 10 different versions. It's still a little bit of a work in progress, but I'm proud of it. For the last couple of months, we've been working with Mount Abe students. We've been working with Mount Abe students, all seniors except for one. They've been working really hard to practice. They come over to my house and we have a ton of soda and get really hyper and act out a play. It's very fun. So I hope you enjoy. Feel free to have desserts if you want to get rid of them. And thank you.
No, just go away. Come on.
Read the letter.
Bro, seriously, Nathan,
come on,
go
dude.
away.
Dude, just come on. Come on.
Stop.
Come
away.
Come on, Evan. Just let me see the letter.
No way, Nathan. Look, Mom and Dad have been making a big deal out of this letter, like, all week. It's clearly adult stuff that you wouldn't understand.
What are you talking about? I'm adult.
No, you're not. How old are you?
8.
Exactly. And I'm 12. That makes me an adult.
Yeah, well, Mom says adults have to share, like when they pay taxes.
Fine. I'll read it to you.
What's it say?
It says, Mom is positive for osteosarcoma.
What? Well, I don't know what that is, but it's positive, so it's gotta be good, right? Can't wait to tell Mom.
Positive?
Hey Nathan, it's been a while.
Yeah. Like, 9 years, but who's counting?
What's going on?
It's just my brother, but go back inside. It's okay. What are you doing here? I didn't even think you knew where I lived.
Mom, in her own little way, let me know. I've been visiting her a lot lately.
How cryptic of you.
She asks for you to visit all the time.
I know.
You never visit her.
I know.
You know what? I'm just gonna say it. Dad's dead, all right?
Huh. So he didn't outlive Mom.
It's not a goddamn competition. What the hell do you even mean?
I mean, that's why he left, isn't it? Because he was afraid he was going to outlive Mom. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. No one gives two craps about him anyways.
He was in New Hampshire when he died. Town cremated him. Didn't even let us know. They just did it.
Oh.
Are you even listening to me?
Of course. I just don't care.
Mom wants us to pick up the ashes.
Us?
Yeah, as in the two of us. Together. Going to New Hampshire. Together.
We are not brothers.
We are barely even family. Anyway, how do you even know she wants us to pick up the ashes?
Not to say we're not brothers. We're family, and we'll forever be family. I want to leave around 6 a.m. tomorrow. I'll give you some time. Oh, and to answer your question, like I said, I've been visiting Mom a lot lately. I'm not that horrible son as I wouldn't go back and visit.
Hi. Yeah. It's Nathan. I'm gonna need to take a few days off.
Hey,
Hey,
Mom says she's sick.
I talked to her already.
Dad says he's mad.
Talked to him already, too.
Is this something we did?
No. It's nothing you did. It's just that letter.
How could a letter make someone cry?
Hey, look. No matter what happens, we stick together. Brothers always stick together.
Evan, Nathan, get over here.
Could you turn it off?
You ready?
Yeah. Before we leave, tell me why.
Why what? Why we're going to pick up the ashes? I already told you.
Not that. Why did you separate us? Why did you make Mom and I so alone?
There are things I know that you just don't. Mom and Dad needed to be separated from each other. They each wanted one kid, and you really loved Mom, so you got to go with Mom.
What a good job you did, making it so we never see each other again. Making Mom and I live in poverty. That's way better than what we had before.
Dad didn't want to stay with Mom if he was going to outlive her. It's not my fault.
No, you convinced him that he wanted that. You convinced him that we were better off separate, that he shouldn't take care of Mom. It's your fault that Mom and I had to live in hell while you got it easy with Dad.
I did what was best for everyone. That's all I'm going to say on the matter. Let's get it.
So, what have you been up to as of late?
Nothing much.
Nothing at all. In 9 years.
Nothing worth talking about.
Well, I've been up to quite a lot. After Mom and I moved out of the family house, we relocated to a small trailer in Georgia, just outside of Savannah. I mean, at first Mom didn't work. She'd saved up enough money not to have to. She pushed me off to school not a week after we moved. At first I didn't, the schools there weren't all bad, and at first I didn't try too hard. But I would come home and Mom would be so sick, I wouldn't know what to do. So I wanted to prove myself to her, you know? So I started trying in school, and I brought my GPA from a 1.5 to a 3.5. And the year after that, I brought it to a 4.0. And by the time I graduated, it was a 4.1.
How do you get a 4.1? Isn't it out of 4?
Lots of extra credit. But it wasn't enough. Mom said she didn't care about the grades. She would say, make some friends, join a sport or a club. So I did just that. You see, in middle school, I created this system where I would go around with packs of gum and just hand them out to people. It worked amazing. I made tons of friends in just the first week. And then, come middle school, I decided it was time to play a sport. So I started playing soccer. And once high school started, I started to do Model UN, Math League. And I suppose it's because I wanted to look good for college. By this point, Mom had started to push herself to work part-time at the laundromat. And despite all the money problems that she would try to hide, she told me to apply to Yale. And I got in. Pure luck. Maybe I was that good. Anyway, I met my wife there. You saw her for a minute. Her name's Alma. So now I'm a lawyer, and I've made Mom so proud. I scraped up enough money to buy a house, get a car, get married to the wife I love so much, and help Mom get treatment at the same time.
Scraped up enough money. Times really have changed then. Don't pretend like that house of yours is modest.
Yeah, I mean, life can certainly be a lot easier when you take the civilized path. Anyway, I mean, by the time that I helped Mom get treatment, it was miserable. But I mean, in the end, it was worth it. But at the time, it sucked. But Mom, oh Mom, all she would do is just go on about how proud she was of me, and she was so excited that I was living the life that she once had. I seemed to be the perfect image of every mom's dream son. It was really hard when she left the house. Even Alma missed having her around.
Sounds like an okay 9 years.
Okay, I took nothing and made it something. I lived the American dream, unlike some people. What, you thought I missed all that? Dropping out of high school, moving into a roach-infested apartment, dating 7 different women in 1 week. Okay, that one's kinda impressive. I digress. Oh yeah, how could I have forgotten? My favorite part? Went to prison.
Yeah, made a stupid decision in the past, but I've put that behind me now.
A stupid decision? You robbed a convenience store 3 doors from the police station. That's more than a stupid decision.
Yeah, whatever. Like you know where I'm coming from.
Oh, yeah, you mean living with Dad, a doctor with a salary high enough to buy a new car each month? You must have lived terribly. I mean, what did that money mean to you? Nothing? I mean, apparently you'd rather ruin your life than try once in your existence.
Like you didn't ruin your life.
What are you talking about? I have a wife that I love, a nice house, a car.
Any of that really matter? When was the last time you got a little tipsy, you went outside, enjoyed the great outdoors without a care for once in your life?
Frankly, I don't see the need in all that.
Probably because you still got that stick.
Enough! I'm hungry. Take this exit.
Rough day?
Yes! Teacher had me stay after for a whole hour because she thought I didn't know what the Pythagorean theorem was.
Nathan, it's a squared plus b squared equals c squared, and it's the Pythagorean theory.
Shut up, you're older than me. How'd you get home?
I just walked. Didn't really feel like taking the bus. What about you?
I got a ride from Stacy's mom.
God, what is wrong with you? How can you be so stupid? I'm trying to help.
Hey, Evan.
Yeah?
Are we a normal family? I mean, look at us. Mommies and daddies have other kids. Don't fight like that. Teacher stopped me in the hall today. Asked me if I was alright. Said she was worried.
Worried about what?
Wish I knew.
Nathan?
Yeah?
Mom once told me that there's this special place after death where everything is amazing and wonderful, but nobody wants to go there because it just means you can't be here anymore. Which should you pick?
Pick the better place.
What if it meant losing everything we have in this house to get there? Like leaving people behind, making them miss you.
I'd still probably take it.
What if it wasn't even heaven, just someplace other than here?
Sure, why?
I've been asking myself.
Yeah, I know you haven't. You're always thinking something smart in that big head of yours. Thinking things kids don't think about at your age. How do you do it?
I look up to you. It's not bad. I got all of them at 6.
What is this, a math pocket? What a good job you did.
Are you crying?
Oh, it's nothing. I just got a little water in my eyes. It will fade. Now, Nathan, tell me about school.
Remind me why I couldn't just drive the whole way?
Because normal people take turns.
What's with you and being normal anyway?
What?
Well, it seems to me that everything you've done since I left was based upon this strange idea of being normal. You joined the soccer team because you thought it was popular. You joined Model UN and math league because you thought it was a normal way to get into college. Hell, I even think you became a lawyer because you thought it was a normal profession.
I did what was average for a teenage boy. I went the route of college, and along the way I did what my friends were doing.
The friends you made sharing gum.
Well, yeah.
They don't really sound like real friends to me. Did you even get to know them?
Well, of course, the gum thing was just an icebreaker. I mean, I got to talk to them loads after that. My best friend, his name was Greg. We did everything together. He joined soccer, I joined soccer. I joined UN, he joined UN.
It just seems to me that you just did everything that everyone else was doing and never once had an original thought.
And?
How can you even call yourself Nathan?
Oh, come on. What are you even talking about?
Well, you can't call yourself Nathan if you've spent your entire life pretending to be someone else. Maybe I should call you Greg, seeing how you wanted to be like him all throughout high school.
You are so out of touch. Following the crowd isn't that strange.
Sure it isn't. To be honest, I'm disappointed in you.
Disappointed in me? What about yourself?
Yeah, so I've made some stupid decisions, but for the most part, I had a great time and made real friends. Ones that have my back. I even traveled.
Traveled?
Yeah, like, really traveled. You know, before this whole prison incident, I went on a spontaneous trip to India. I borrowed a couple grand from Dad. He nearly called me a missing. But I got myself a one-way ticket and didn't look back. So, when I was there, I met this little girl. Well, there was this storm. It was pretty big, pretty bad. Luckily, I was far enough away, but... So, I went to help rebuild, and I was taking a break, and this little girl comes and sits next to me. Still, I have no idea how her English was so good, but... You know what she said to me?
What?
That she would sit through 100 of those storms if she ever got the chance of seeing her cousin again.
Wow. So, what made you come back?
That. The little girl. I couldn't help but taking what she said to heart. So I came back to the U.S., hoping to rekindle a relationship with you and Mom.
And then you got arrested for robbing a convenience store. I'm certain the girl was proud.
You can't just let things go, can you? I tell you something really important about life, and you have to bring that up again?
Well, okay. Let me put it this way. So, you went to India, you met a little girl who gave you some indirect advice about being close to family, and you tried and you failed. You failed by trying to have that so-called fun that you've deemed all important. I don't see how it did you any good.
Did me good, because I made myself happy.
You couldn't have been happy any other way.
Not the way I grew up.
I still don't get that. You act like you grew up with meth heads for parents who tried to sell you for drug money, and the only way you could escape it was by never ceasing to be yourself. when in reality you lived with a rich and caring single father, and being yourself was doing whatever you wanted, whether it was legal or not.
Like I said, there are things that I know that you just don't, and I hope you never will.
Well, good chat then.
Hey, I may have done some wrong things, but you have no reason for wasting the last half of your life never doing anything because you wanted to.
What are you talking about?
Like, you never did anything once just because you wanted to experience or anything? Hell, you didn't even join a sport you liked.
I liked soccer.
Nathan, let's be honest. No one likes soccer.
I did. Maybe things change?
Not that.
Yeah.
So you just went around, didn't do anything you wanted, and you just went around in a fog of no emotion.
Well, yeah. But, I mean, I still don't see where you're coming from.
Never did anything because you wanted to, or just felt like doing it.
Yeah. I don't see what you're going with this. Like, what, you talking about a bucket list of some sort?
Yeah, you gotta check something off that bucket list of yours.
Joke's on you. I don't have one.
Everyone has a bucket list. I mean, what's the best dream you've ever had? One that caused you to wake up with your heart racing?
Okay. One time, I did dream that I was racing my car, and I woke up with my arms still in the air holding the steering wheel. But what does that matter?
Everything. Take this next exit.
All right.
Jesus Christ, that woman.
Hey, Dad.
What?
Why do you and Mom fight so much?
Oh, we fight. You see, we fight because your mother's stubborn.
How is she stubborn?
I don't know, she thinks that she's not sick. Thinks that if she just waits, the cancer's gonna go away. Thinks that, I don't know, she's gonna wait till you boys get older to cure it. I don't. God, sometimes a woman just.
You should just leave then.
What?
You should just leave. I mean, I can tell you're not happy together. All you do is fight.
No, the fighting will stop when she gets help. Why are you telling me this?
Because you know Mom's not going to try to get help. She's just going to keep getting sicker and sicker. Like, I looked it up at school.
I can't watch that happen.
Well, you know, it's also kind of because you're a bully to Mom. And Mom told me to always stand up to bullies. It's not good for Nathan to be around bullies either.
You think I'm a bully?
I didn't know this car could go that fast.
She's no race car, but she can get up to speed pretty decently.
That was incredible. Okay, I totally get where you're coming from with all that living your life stuff. Oh, I just can't get over this rush.
Yeah, we'll settle down. We still got a few more hours.
No problem. I'll drive.
I think you need a break. I'll drive.
No, I got it. Trust me.
Okay. Whoa, slow down.
Nah, you said to do what I want to do. And right now, I don't want the race to end. In fact, I'm going to find the next car and get them to race us.
That's illegal.
That never stopped you.
All right, turn. There's a guardrail coming. Don't hit
I
it.
already practiced my turns today. I'm fine.
Slow down.
Never. Ah!
What are you talking about?
Mom says Dad's leaving and he's taking you with him.
Wait, I'm going with him?
Yeah, she says he got the idea from you. Says you told him to do it.
No, Nathan, look, you don't understand. They both would have wanted this. This is good for both of them.
How could they ever want this? Without Dad, Mom's gonna be sick until she dies, and it's gonna be all up to me to take care of it.
Nathan,
Shut up. Shut up. You're just like Dad. You're a coward. I hate you.
Did I screw up?
Just a little.
Oh man. that was...
Adrenaline.
Whoa.
It's crazy.
Whoa, what was I thinking? I could have killed us. Everything I've worked so hard for. And my wife, I would have left her all alone. Like Dad did to Mom.
Oh, calm down. It's nothing like that.
But it could have been different. This is your fault.
My fault.
Yeah. I shouldn't have listened to you. You're a troublemaker. Your version of fun is to take everything and tear it apart, to ruin families.
Hey, I didn't do anything. I was just trying to help you, and you took it too far.
Why should you care what I do in my life anyway?
Because I'm your brother, and I care about you.
You're not my brother. I'm not family with anyone who would hurt Mom in such a
I
way.
did it to save Mom from Dad's abuse. Oh, you're telling me you never saw it? The way Dad got? Mom didn't want to cure her cancer. She hated the medicine. She thought time would heal her. And at least she wanted to be old before she faced us with a bald head. But Dad, he didn't like that. He thought if he stayed, he could convince her. He yelled at her, argued with her.
This whole time.
Yeah, and she could never leave him because she loved him. And he thought he loved her so much too. And by staying, she would change her mind. You were in so much pain. Mom was so upset, I couldn't watch it anymore. So I convinced Dad to leave because I knew Mom would never.
This whole time, why didn't you tell me?
You didn't need that burden on your shoulders. I thought by keeping it a secret, you would live a better and happier life. But I was wrong. You never did once did anything just because you wanted to. You just went around and did whatever everyone else was, just in a fog of no emotion.
Why didn't you tell me this? Like, you did that for me. Like, you did?
Yeah, and a lot more. Dad, he built up the habit, I guess. He yelled at me, too. Anytime I would resemble him, get a good grade or read a book, he would scream. Boy, he would scream. He told me I couldn't be a good kid. I couldn't grow up like him because good people don't get happiness. At least that's what he thought.
So you got in trouble just to be happy?
No, I got in trouble to keep him from being mad. I ran away to India to be happy. I made friends there. The little girl's parents, they were like a second family. They taught me how to be myself, how to give back. The only reason I came back was because I missed you. But when I got back, Dad was pissed. So prison was the only way I could escape him.
You got arrested on purpose.
Yeah. And when I got out, I stayed as far away as I could until I heard of his death.
Wait, how long's Dad been dead?
About that. I already have the ashes. They're at my house in Manchester. That's where we're headed.
Why didn't you tell me this?
Just wasn't important. I found out because I went to visit Mom, and Aunt Mary was there, and I went through Mom's stuff, and I found this letter. It was Mom's final wish.
What's that?
She just wished that.
Just
wish.
That for my kids to bury me with their father. No matter how hard he is on me, and no matter how mean he is, I will always love him.
I couldn't bring myself to support that, but it was in her will. And you as a lawyer knew we couldn't go against that.
Yeah. Wow. So, okay, I know I screwed up bad this time, but I think I can still learn. I didn't know how to control myself with fun this time, but I can learn. Evan, no. Brother, can you teach me how to have fun and live life to the fullest without, you know, trashing cars?
Here comes the tow truck. Hopefully they can zip this back up so we can be on our way.
Yeah. How on earth did I not total it?
You were going like 45, dude. Chill out.
Actually, honey, do you mind if I talk to you for a moment? I have
Sure.
a thing to share.
Hey, Nathan, just remember, whatever happens, you'll always be my brother. Just know that. And look, I know you hate me, but come on, I'll always love you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I've got Dad.
And I got Mom. Well, it's not the funeral Mom wanted, but I still think it's pretty awesome.
It's beautiful. Mom would have loved it.
So what did you mean when I came back to you saying Dad really didn't outlive Mom?
Well, Mom was a strong lady. She survived an awful relationship with Dad, and she fought cancer to the bitter end. And I know it didn't always seem like it, but she really was the perfect mother, and she'll always be alive in my heart. Well, questions are being answered. How did Mom tell you where I lived?
Well, funny story actually. When I was going through Mom's stuff, right next to her ashes was her address book, and your name and address were on the front page. It's like she was sending me a message from beyond the grave or something.
Look at us, being all deep and stuff.
This feels wrong.
Yeah.
Dad was a jerk. And even though Mom loved him, I don't think they should be together. Just doesn't feel right.
Yeah. Well, you see any lawyers around who might object if we shake things up a bit?
What are you talking about? You're a lawyer.
I've been thinking about what you said, and I think I'm going to take some of your advice. I think I'm done being a lawyer. I'm going to pursue a career in journalism. I mean, I always have loved to write.
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah, baby steps. So what are your plans?
I think I'm gonna go on tour and stuff, and I'm gonna go to all these different high schools, tell them the proper way to handle relationships, violence, and then I'm gonna hold a donation box at each one to save money, raise up money for cancer patients.
Wow. That's a big baby step. Oh. So, you know, you did the right thing getting Mom out of that situation.
You really think that?
No, you really should have called a counselor, something, anything. Like, nobody should take that abuse onto themselves.
Yeah, you're probably right. I guess that's where you taught me something too.
Yeah.
If I told you the truth, you and I probably would have gotten back together years ago.
Yeah. So, I'm thinking, you take Dad's ashes and put them on that side of the cliff. I'll take Mom's, put them on that side of the cliff.
Okay?
Yeah, that way we're not supporting the abuse, but we're not breaking mom's will either.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
There we go.
One more question. Do you still believe in the afterlife?
I don't know anymore.
Positive?
So before anyone goes, one big thank you to Miss Snyder. Our sound crew actually canceled on us last minute, so it was very nice, and thank you. And thank you. Feel free to stick around, eat some more desserts, and thank you for coming.
Yay.